This is huge. How excited are you about this movie finally coming out? Because it was, what, 2 years and $175 million in the making?
Yes. Yeah, I'm very excited. I mean, I first auditioned for this time round on December 2010. And now we're finally coming out to releasing it. A lot of hard work has gone into this.
A ton of hard work, I'm sure.
We can't wait to show all of you guys the movie.
You know, I know that you auditioned for another Superman movie 8 years ago. Sadly, for us, you didn't get the part because we know a lot more about you by now. But what was your reaction when you heard that you had, in fact, landed this plum role?
It wasn't what you might think it was. When I was told by Zach on the phone, I wasn't prepared for yes. I was 100% prepared for no. That's
Really?
what I've been told over and over again in the past, and I was set for that. And then when they said yes, I didn't know how to react. It took a long time to process. So I sat there kind of quietly for about 20 minutes just trying to work out how to feel, and tried to call my family and everything, and no one picked up the phone, not one of them. So I was left alone even longer. But yeah, it was a very surreal feeling.
You know, and I think when you take on such an iconic role, there's a lot of pressure to really put your own mark on it. So how did you take this character, Superman, and make him less of a comic book character and make him more multidimensional? Because I know that was a big goal for the filmmakers.
Very much so. We wanted to base this whole story in realism, to modernize it, to bring it to a modern audience, to make the character easier to associate with. And personally, I wanted to apply a very real-world feeling of that loneliness. We've all felt lonely at one stage or another, whether it be for short periods of time or long periods of time. And that's what Clark experiences. He's spent his entire life without one person empathizing with him. His two adopted parents sympathize, but they have no answers. They have no idea how he feels. Just having to watch the world go by and try and work out why people do what they do, and what their reaction would be to you if they discovered any part of you. That's what I applied to the character, and you see a bit of that in Clark, or a lot of that in Clark.
And, you know, this, I think, role, you obviously became well-known for your role in The Tudors, which is, of course, the people the womanizing Charles Brandon. And Superman, the Man of Steel, is quite different than your character in The Tudors, isn't it?
Extremely different. Yes.
Very different outfit, for one.
Yeah, a bit more clothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you had to bulk up considerably for this role, although you're looking pretty fine now. I mean, are you still are you at the weight you were at when you did the film? Or, because honestly, in the movie, he's like ripped. I mean, crazy ripped.
No, I'm not at the same weight at all. When you're Superman size for a Superman movie, that's all well and good and that's fine. But for other roles, you just can't be that big. I've probably lost about 10 to 15 pounds of muscle. I mean, I was a very, very big guy.
Meanwhile, are you prepared? Because I think this is really going to catapult you, Henry, to a whole new level. This is wonderful, but it's fantastic, but it's also a little scary, no?
There's definitely that idea of life is going to change dramatically. I can't be prepared for it. There's no way of preparing yourself for that because I just don't know what's going to hit and how it's going to happen. I'm just going to have to ride the wave, enjoy it as much as possible because this is a really, really unique, once-in-a-lifetime experience. It only ever happens once. And so I'm just going to ride the wave and roll with the punches if it comes.
Well, you know, I know that a lot of people are going to learn much more about you in the weeks to come, but just tell us a little bit about you. Actually, Henry's a Jersey boy. His accent, it doesn't sound like it. But Henry really is from Jersey, which is?
Yeah, it's old Jersey, the island of Jersey. It's, it's a very small island, 9 miles by 5 in between England and France, and that's where I call home.
And you always wanted to be an actor?
I sort of had, you know, I think kids always want to be all sorts of things when they grow up, but acting was something which I really wanted to do. It was either that or join the armed forces, but acting ended up getting me first.
And believe it or not, when Henry was younger, the other kids teased him and called him Fat Cavill. I don't believe that.
Believe it. It's you know, it's one of those things. Kids are kids. And my name was Cavill, and I was fat, so it was a very apt nickname, actually. And had I not been sort of fat and Cavill, then I would have found it funny. But it's just, you know, one of those things. Kids stretch their social muscles at that age, and it's not malicious. It's just they're trying to find out where they fit into the world.
And of course, when you see them at your high school reunion, that's going to be a fun day, right?
Well, there's no grudge held. If I ever do bump into them again, wherever the case may be, I hope they're happy and healthy, and life is good with them.
You're a much nicer person than I am.